They may not have seen the BBC documentary in which their prime minister's past is front and center, but most here have an opinion on it anyway.
So BBC is trying to give a judgment. You're no one to tell me that, these are your findings. Why should I trust you?
All rejecting the BBC's work.
Everyone has a past. Modi also has it.
The documentary examines the role India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi had in the communal riots that rocked Gujarat 20 years ago, when he was chief minister of that state. Mob violence erupted, killing more than 1,000 people, mostly Muslims. The BBC special cites an unnamed former British diplomat.
There was a culture of impunity that created the environment for the violence to take place. That, undoubtedly, came from Modi.
India's government reacted swiftly to the film.
We think this is a propaganda piece designed to push a particular discredited narrative,
using emergency powers to block it from airing.
The BBC documentary may be blocked here in India, but that means next to nothing. Links are circulating all over, shared on social media, and students across the country are fighting to organize screenings on campuses.
Police have detained some student activists trying to watch the film. And in Mumbai, students had to get past loud protesters chanting shame on the BBC and brave stiff opposition from university officials. But they stood strong and found a way. The student organizers saw it as their duty.
When the authority, the government decides that something you shouldn't be watching, which disturbs them, definitely, primarily, it becomes your responsibility to watch it first.
Pure censorship that's backfiring, this journalist says, with more people drawn to the doc with all the attention it's getting.
So my first reaction was a mixture of, they haven't done their homework, how foolish this is, because it's only for a UK domestic audience. I think it's given India a bad image among those who follow this.
Ram is spearheading a challenge to the Supreme Court that will be heard later this week. His side will argue the Indian government has no place blocking access to a documentary, particularly one that was only available in the UK in the first place.
So Salima joins us from Mumbai. Salima, this isn't just bringing more attention to the documentary. There's a whole other conversation at play here.
That's right. It really brings forth more scrutiny on those emergency laws that the Modi government is using to block links of the documentary footage from being shared online. Those laws are just 2 years old, but very controversial, criticized by many groups, human rights groups, tech activists, as a sign of authoritarianism and increasing censorship to control the country's online sphere. So this ban of the BBC documentary is bringing yet another court challenge to those emergency laws.
All right, Salima Shivji in Mumbai tonight. Thank you.
You're welcome.